Hi everyone, Miss Schlarman here, and today we're going to talk about graffiti-inspired art and a little history. Then I'm going to show you fast motion, then I'm going to slow it down. All right, let's get to it. Graffiti is the oldest form of artwork. Here in these cave paintings, you can see where they used red and yellow ochre ground up and mixed with animal fat. They also used the black soot from the fire to create their images. Murals in the 1950s were very popular for advertisement. Here's one for Coca-Cola. Service with a smile. There you go is a mural advertising for the gasoline. Keith Haring in the 1980s was New York subway artist that became very popular for his fun dancing figures. I love how he used motion lines to show the movement. When we think of graffiti, we think of words and we think of symbols. Here you have girl power. Now with the internet, illusion art has become super popular. And of course, interactive murals as well. Here we have the famous wings. Does anyone recognize these wings? I am respectful, I am responsible, I am ready, I am safe, I am an eagle of character. And that's what we believe here at MG. So today's project, when you start it, you're going to come up with your design of your word, and then you're going to have 3 symbols. And everything needs to overlap. Graffiti is more of like intertwining and layering being developed. So here you can see the design first of the letters. Draw lightly, keep it simple. So here, just draw your word normal. Then you go around your word to create that bubbled letter or that boxed letter effect. Then you're going to add in your 3 symbols that overlap as well. Every single design here is overlapping another part of the design, and that's the goal. You want a word with 3 letters or more, 3 symbols or more, and everything has to overlap. Not just touch it, but overlap it. Here we're looking at the be kind. Erase often as you go. The more you draw lightly and erase often, the easier it is to get your final product ready for that next stage. So looking at our design, we want it to have a word, at least 3 letters or more. We want 3 symbols, and we want everything to overlap. Then after you overlap, you are going to put in the background of the bricks. So to start, you're going to first have your design with your word and then of course your 3 symbols. Next step, trace everything in Sharpie, then erase all your pencil marks. Now we're going to take our ruler and we're going to use the ruler's thickness. We're going to line that up with the edge of the page. Then I'm going to move it down and line that up with that one. Then I'm going to move that one down, line it up. So each one of these horizontal lines are the same width apart. They are the width of the actual ruler. And it all depends on starting that first one with the edge of the page so that each of your rows of bricks will be accurate. So here, and then it's just going to go off the page. Next, to start the actual brick pattern. Well, first let's talk about bricks. First of all, a brick is horizontal, 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 horizontal. Then you go vertical, skip, vertical, skip. Then you go skip, vertical, skip, vertical. Then you go vertical, skip, vertical, skip. Then you go skip, vertical, skip, vertical. Now, we also want each one of these bricks, they stack up like this, right? We want them to be the same distance apart. And that's why we are going to be using this ruler lined up with the edge of the page so I know I am completely vertical. I'm going to go down, skip, down, skip, down, skip, down. Move it over. Then I'm going to line it up with that line I just drew, and I am going to do the opposite. Skip, down, skip, down, skip, down, skip, down. Move it over, line it up. I'm gonna do the opposite. Down, skip, down, skip, down, skip, down. Now, one thing you may notice is that when I'm drawing, I am not worrying about my design whatsoever. I am drawing straight over my entire Sharpie design. That's because it's in Sharpie. I don't have to worry about it. I can erase that pencil over it without a problem. Now, one thing that probably is important is that my pencils that I'm using right now that I draw lightly with. Your entire project, you should be drawing lightly with it, because when you draw lightly, it makes it significantly easier to erase any mess ups that you might have. So I'm just going to come in through here and keep it going. I'm going to go this way. And I don't know if you noticed this, but my little creature from the Ellis project just got stuck to my hand. And as I'm moving, it slid in. Oops. Hi. Bye. Okay, back to it. I have my bricks. Now, before you start using the Sharpie, I want you to go into your design and I want you to erase all the pencil mark that is not supposed to be there. If you don't do this, you could be tracing your pencil with the Sharpie and then all of a sudden, boom, you trace into your letter. And then you have to redo your whole picture, or you have to think creatively on a way to fix it, which artists have to do all the time, so that's no big deal. Or those that like perfection, just trace it using a window. It's always okay to trace your own artwork. It's not okay to trace someone else's artwork. Okay, that's considered cheating. So once it's like this, you're going to come in and you're going to get your colored pencils or your Sharpie or whatever materials you happen to have to work with and spice it up, make it look wonderful. So you want to think about the entire composition. That's how it's laid out on the page. So you want your page to look even. You don't want too much up here and not enough down here, because then it's off balance. So think about all of those elements and principles of designs that we have been talking about for years and years and years. So that's your line quality, line shape, value, space, form, texture. Think about how you're going to finish this. I'm not taking the time to color it for you right now, because that might take a long time in the video. But, you know, think about it. Are you going to fill it up with Zentangles? Are you going to make it bold? Graffiti is traditionally very bold and stands out because it's a lot using spray paint, but they also use just regular paint in it as well. So make it a solid. I don't want to see scribbly messes. Take your time, put the work in, make it look awesome. Ta-da! Now it just needs some good coloring and finishing. Oops, missed a spot. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to be kind to each other. Till next time, bye.